Handlock.
I
That's a
feel
tough
like
call.
Handlock would be a good choice, but... Oh wow, we have Freeze Mage versus Mech Mage.
Wow.
I didn't know Thijs liked Mech Mage that much. I haven't seen Thijs play aggressive decks in general in a while. It's always been like mid-range or
Yeah.
like control.
I think, to be honest, Thijs might have the advantage in this situation.
You think so?
Yeah, because a lot of his cards are really problematic to deal with, even for Freeze Mage. And he can ramp up damage so quickly and put on so much pressure so quickly.
True.
One of the banes of Freeze Mage is just really fast decks and too much pressure early on. And with cards like Paladin Shredder, even like Harvest Golem, where even if you Frost Nova Doomsayer, there's still damage that's left over on the board most of the time, unless there's a Doomsayer, that can be problematic for you to deal with.
Alright, well, I'm going to go with Firebat here. I think Freeze Mage is really adept at picking apart aggro. It just has to draw reasonably okay, but you have so much stall that the only hope that they can kill you is direct damage. I know there's a lot of death rattles, like Harvest Golem and Pilot Shredder, but beyond those things, there's not really that much board pressure if you just freeze. The one thing that can be a problem is Lotheb, if he has Lotheb to really lock him out. But all you have to do for Mech Mage is to cut the momentum early. And now that Firebat knows what kind of mage this is, he'll be aggressively mulliganing for the right combination of cards. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he has, and Firebat has 2 secrets and a mad scientist. That is really bad.
This
So
could be bad.
you should play Undertaker turn 1 here.
Yep.
And then
Mech Warper, double
Mech Warper,
Clockwork
right?
Gnome, and then you can go for a...
Or next turn you can Mech Warper, but then you have an extra mana floating. No, you don't. Actually, you'll be fine. Yeah,
So
you
in
can
the
hold
following
off.
turn, you could Paladin Shredder without even having to coin. Granted,
Make it a
Warper
3/4.
still survives.
Wow. I want to see Firebat's reaction.
Not bad.
Undertaker
Not bad.
doing Undertaker things.
Firebat lets out a sigh of frustration.
So you do bring up a great point of the pressure. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That is actually really, really bad, because now the second mad scientist here is useless.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst draw that Firebat could have gotten right now.
I don't think that's even probably the worst draw. I think that's, like, statistically...
Right. You'd rather have like your Antonidas or your Alex Strauss, like something that you can't play, but at least it's not like a secret that's useless.
Yeah. Ouch. Mirror Entity, not really going to help Thijs much, especially in this matchup, so...
Right. I feel like unless Firebat draws like exactly Doomsayer and Frost Nova in the next 2 turns, he's dead. And it's too good of a start and too poor of a start from Firebat. This is like the polar opposite. Unless Firebat draws Fireball and kills off Undertaker, he can stabilize some damage here.
Yeah, but it's still a lot that's going to come out of it. He's going to use an entire turn, fireballing one down.
The tough part is he can't get like free tempo by like having Ice Barrier pop in and like save him 8 health. He has to manually gain 8 health. That's the tough part here.
He gets Ice Block from the...
Oh yeah, there's
only
one secret.
Yeah, Ice Barrier.
So
even adding to the...
Now Thijs, okay, he just has to keep putting out damage. Harvest Golem. Maybe even coin Mirror Entity. No, Mirror Entity's not really worth it in this matchup. Just ping him for 1 damage. It's much stronger.
Because if you mirror entities, then it gets rid of any opportunity that he'd have of dealing with a Frost or a Doomsayer. Like he could ping his own Clockwork Gnome and hope for...
Well, this is, the Ice Barrier is just a stall.
Well, it doesn't affect the way it's stalling because he's negating all the damage that's on the board right now. And taking out the Met work is actually really important.
Yeah, it's smart because you're like, why didn't he just ping? Because that way next turn he can Ice Barrier again, ping. It's the same thing. Take out the Mech Warper, which gains the tempo anyways. So I guess you might as well just mirror Entity.
Yeah.
Looks like it won't really copy anything of value, because this Mad Scientist is just a 2-mana 2/2 for Firebat and nothing else. Mirror Entity also would be a really funny scenario where, like, if the game lasted long enough, it might copy, like, Alexstrasza.
What to do?
Or Archmage Antonitis. And he's got his own Archmage in there somewhere as well.
Frostbolt to the face. Dang. Now, Firebat will live for some time here. In fact, he's got Arcane Intellect and Ice Barrier to live a little bit longer. If this picks up Frost Nova, okay. Well, Thijs is still going to put on pressure. He's not going to kill him just yet. He's going to get very close, though.
Yeah.
Wow. Goblin Blast Mage. Yeah, this is... I guess he coined Dr. Booms, though. I think it's much stronger than
I mean,
Blast
even
Mage.
if this game goes on for a while, like, Freeze Mage is in such a bad spot because it's going to be tough for them to find a turn where they can Alexstrasza safely, while at the same time being able to keep themselves alive.
So many death rattles. It's nuts.
Yeah. Because right now, even if you manage to find, like, a board clear, there'd still be a 2-1 left over and whatever came out of the Pilot Shredder, which would be at least another 1 attack. Then he has to worry about the potentially 8 damage from the bombs, at least 2.
He can't prevent Ice Block from being popped next turn. Even if he kills Dr. Boom, which is the highest source of damage, there's still 10 damage on board. So he might have to go for like a draw move, so that way he can stall, so he can like have Acolyte, draw Frost Nova, the next turn Frost Nova, Ice Block, and then get into like Alexstrasza.
He
But
can't
that's-
board clear here because he risks just straight up dying.
That's a 1 out of 16 chance. No, it's not gonna happen. It'll probably do like 5 damage, 4 or 5 damage.
Okay.
So it's the average result.
Average, yeah.
So.
Still gonna get popped this turn though. He doesn't have any burn because he does. If the board gets cleared here, he won't have a way to
Right.
activate the Goblin Blast Mage. I mean, I guess he could ping, which would be pretty effective.
Well,
Second
I mean,
Ice
that's
Block
the
is
thing.
gonna-
Like, Thijs from this point on just has to keep pinging. He's going to win in 2 turns. And the onus is on Firebat to be able to do something about it.
This is only turn 8, so he has to draw Alexstrasza for himself while being able to deal with the board next turn.
Well, Blizzard is a nice draw, but it's too late. He needed that a couple turns ago. Acolyte.
What can he even draw here that's...
Well, he needs Alexstrasza. Or he needs, like, some equivalent to a way to stay alive, so that way he doesn't die to just a hero power.
And I think Alexstrasza is the only way to be able to do that.
Right.
Been through both ice barriers, and it doesn't even go with the ping, and so he's just going to concede. So Thijs going to tie it up at 2-2. So our second 5-game series of the day. Both of them so far have gone to that 5th game.
I wonder if Thijs needed to play that mirror entity. Like, it's one of those things where Firebat just got information.
That's true.
Because he tested the secret and says, okay, well, there's actually mirror entity. Maybe he showed it in the previous game and I'm being silly. Like, in the Hunter vs. Mage game, did it ever come up? I feel like that wasn't the case here.
I don't think so.
So, maybe there's an opportunity for Firebat to use that information. But either way, going to Game 5, I still have to give Firebat the edge just overall. Because I
If
feel
they
like
choose
that
the
was a
same decks.
combination of like bad draws.
Yeah.
With really, really good draws from Mech Mage.
Now, what's the value of trying to switch up your game plan here for both players? Thijs is probably pretty confident about his mage deck.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe Thijs just switches up to Handlock or something to put on pressure. Because I know he usually puts Ragnaros in Handlock, and if you have Rag in Handlock, that's so strong.